DJs, producers, singer-songwriters, artists, rappers, and music creatives of all kinds. You wish you could create compelling, consistent tunes you love in your style from the second you sit down to create with confidence. Are you looking for ways to quickly obtain the skills to make music that's unbelievably catchy and original without music theory and finish them fast? Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal the single most exciting opportunity on the planet to produce and write your very own amazing music as a producer, a singer-songwriter, or DJ super fast, arranged, mixed and mastered in any genre and no music theory needed. Sound good? Excellent. Let me briefly explain who I am and why you should listen to me at all.
Check it out, yo. We're out here, you know what I'm saying, on the OMG tour. You know, every time I come into a different region, there's a respect. Potbellies is, you know, like one of the most incredible groups out here. You know, I want them to be a part of my cultural experience as we introduce this new revolutionary movement. They're doing it big, man.
Dance music.
That's it. It is.
Irish and Australian America.
Yeah, man.
He's lying. There's your $100, man.
My name is Johnny Sonic, founder of MusicDNA and co-founder and creator of the Potbellies. I help all kinds of musicians, DJs, and producers like you level up your personal skill set with minimal time, effort, or frustration fast. I'm passionate about helping you because I know you, I am you, I've been through it all, I've done it all, and I know all the cheat codes. Produced my first tune at 15 on the PlayStation 1 and a game called Music 2000. Figured out a way to record out of the PlayStation onto a VHS and then onto a tape. I sent it into the #1 radio show in Ireland, John Power, thanks very much. And he played it and it exploded. I was young and hungry. I just backed myself. And I fast forward a couple of months and I was voted best newcomer in BBM Music Magazine. And at that stage I was 16 and in the music industry only days. I needed to learn more. Graham Bulger was my first mentor. He had just finished working on Coldplay's debut album Yellow and Sinead O'Connor and The Chords. He's an absolute master. I literally attached myself to him because he inspired me to bloom my drive for music and success. I asked for his help and he told me to get 2,000 Irish pounds together. That was a lot of money back then, by any means necessary. And in return, he would build me my first machine loaded with sounds and Cubase. But there was a catch. If I didn't finish a record in 1 month, he would take it all back. And that fear of losing it all drove me insane and pushed me to write, produce, record, and release my first record in 30 days with no experience at all. For years, I slayed clubs around Ireland and then came to Australia in 2002, packed with 2 crates of vinyls, a backpack, and $100 armed with hundreds of tracks of my early productions on the old chunky white MacBook. Unfortunately, I buried my mum on my birthday in 2004 in Ireland, and I didn't even get back to say goodbye, to tell her I loved her, because she died as I got into the cab that was bringing me to the airport to fly me from Sydney to Dublin. I was shattered when I got back to Australia with absolute tears in my eyes. I wrote in the back of an old brown envelope, the last thing that my mother ever said to me was, don't hold back, make music worth it. And then my cry to everybody, is there anybody out there feeling something? Which we actually recorded in a closet with a dooner stuffed in it. It's a song called Don't Hold Back. In the early days of the Potbellies, we knew we had to be different to stand out. So we figured out over a year trial and error on his kitchen table of how we could perform simultaneously across 4 decks and 2 mixers, and battled each other at the same time to put on a show and blow the roof off. A couple of years later, Rolling Stone magazine named us the #1 fastest rising stars in the industry. Since then, using the MusicDNA formula, we've achieved multiple platinum selling records, headlining major festivals worldwide. We won Song of the Year twice at the APRA Awards, 7-time ARIA nominee, and helped thousands of others like me and you achieve similar results, all using the method I discovered in the beginning, which I'm about to share with you, called MusicDNA. I know this might be hard to believe, or you may not think you could ever do this. However, virtually anyone can repeat my success using my proven method and system framework. There's one of my artists, Jesse Bly, getting signed with a record contract to Vicious Records, with John Corse, the absolute legend there in the picture. My artist Aaliyah signed a record contract with a huge label, Boosh. There you go, Aaliyah hits #1 on the left in iTunes. She had 2 #1s actually. Potbellies headlined festivals in front of 100,000 people. That was epic. I had a lot of fun at that. And then Kim, these amazing sisters from the Gold Coast, They hit 117,000 streams in the first 24 hours of releasing Can't Help Myself that we made together through this MusicDNA process. Kin, they got their record deal on Hoops, and there's another Potbelly's #1 and Jesse Bly's record on Vicious. So here's the scoop. My MusicDNA proven simple step-by-step system allows you to cast aside fear, create amazing music in your personal energetic frequency, finish tracks faster, write deeper, more meaningful lyrics, even become a skillful rapper if that's what you want, and do it all with predictability, minimal effort or risk. This is what we do day in and day out at MusicDNA, and we've done it for thousands of mentored clients just like you. There's Electric Ginger, there's Mayo Shreds, there's Tasha Lozon, there's Potbellies, all rocking it live. Me and Boy George having a laugh over something that happened in Dublin when I was 18, don't ask. Oh, Jezebel, you absolute legend. We made a track together, Aria DJ of the Week. There's Alex Tripod and Clintex Morgan, two amazing entrepreneurs that I've turned into musicians. And then, holy f***, I just activated a whole new frequency voice, so ancient and powerful, from the amazing Emma Romano.
I'm about to sign my first solo record deal. It's been about 15 years since I've been signed before, so it's a very special moment for me, and I'd like to thank Jonathan Murphy, Johnny Sonic, my amazing producer and one of my best friends. You've been here since the beginning, and I'm so proud of the work that we've done.
I have never met a man that works that crazy solid in front of the computer for hours upon hours upon hours, and he's just so shit hot at what he does. So I would have no doubt in my mind that anyone that worked with Johnny would have the same experience.
No matter what level they're at, whether they're at full beginner stage, which is where I was at, or like expert stage, and really bring out their essence and really listen to what they're wanting and what they need. And love me out of like giving me an idea and be like, Johnny, this is what I want to do for my next track. You know, do you think we could work with it? And he never says no, and he's always willing to pivot. He's such a pleasure to work with, super professional.
Inside MusicDNA, we connect in person, virtual one-on-one sessions. We dive deeper than any course you can learn from online. It's face-to-face and step-by-step proven formula derived from 30 years experience in this beautiful industry. I've done all the tedious research for you, so you don't have to do it yourself at all. I have top of the music industry connections and partnerships, which mean you get instant access to them all as you finish your records and build your confidence. I have everything you need in-house: platinum selling producers and songwriters, mixing engineers, and insanely talented session musicians, and you will learn everything you need to know in a step-by-step program, literally in 10 short hours. We use our expertise to reveal how we take care of everything to save you time, money, and frustration. Many of our artists have signed record deals, as you've seen before, and hit the #1 spot on iTunes with our help. All without fear of being stuck in the loop, unable to be finished tracks, wasting money and hours on YouTube tutorials. Say goodbye to all of that crap. MusicDNA is your one-stop shop. By the way, you may be thinking he's full of shit and COVID has killed the music industry, so why bother? And I don't blame you. I used to think exactly the same way. That was until I discovered that having a mentor who truly believes in you and your music and has succeeded many, many times over with huge results, that is the best way to get results.
One of Johnny's mentorees, and I just want to give him a huge shout out to all the work he's done with me. I can honestly say that working with him is one of the best decisions I've ever made for my music career. He just understands the sound that I really want and what I'm going for, and he's super supportive in going with a really unique direction for my music.
One-on-one music with Johnny Sonic, highly recommend it. He's amazing, and I'm absorbing everything that I can from him at the moment.
If you want to make a song into reality, one-on-one studios, mixing and recordings is the way to go. He will turn something that's an idea into a reality.
Do not learn from someone who has not achieved what you want to. It is that simple. Here's some of my achievements. Another #1 for the Potbellies, another gold record, another magazine cover. I went on to Inked and did a photo shoot for the tattoo company. There we are, headlining in paper with Fatboy Slim, Skrillex, there's me, and a huge big Megatron. And there's Jeep Don't Hold Back. We all know that ad. There you can see me with Richard Branson and the crew on the very first Virgin Australia flight to LA. There's another APRA award, Potbelly's DJs headlining New Year's Day Ministry of Sound twice. Now, maybe you're still worried about not being good enough because you've never made music before or your demos are not up to standard. That is bullshit. I've taken the most basic rough sketches and insecure artists and turned them into multiple chart-topping #1 hits. I've even turned extremely successful business and life coaches into multi-single album-producing rappers who perform in front of thousands of people and inject huge amount of new followers and business into their business because it's very convenient, highly predictable, hugely professional sounding, and best of all, I would love to help do this all for you. For a limited time only, you can claim a free, no obligation, 15-minute strategy session to apply for this course. We'll discuss your individual situation, what your goals are, and how we can help you achieve them with our proven system, MusicDNA. We'll also cover a stack of valuable information together, including how you can create mind-blowing, pro-sounding original tracks without music theory or production skills, what you should never do when producing and writing professional sounding music, and 3 common mistakes that music producers and artists make that sabotages their success of creating amazing music. But a word of warning, this is not a run-of-the-mill course. To be honest, it's not even a course, it's a mentorship. This is for legitimate, passionate creatives who are looking to obtain a truly magical skill set and are willing to do the work, invest in themselves, and spend the time to make that happen. You must also be willing to follow instructions and not be difficult to work with. We have a strict no asshole policy. The last thing I want to do is invest all our time, energy, savvy, and know-how into somebody who's lazy, annoying, and or unwilling to follow instructions and take action. If you can agree to that, and this sounds like the opportunity of a lifetime, it is. All you need to do is click the link below and book in your call. Now, this call will not be a sales call. It's simply a free strategy session designed to see if we're a good fit and, more importantly, provide value to you in advance. This call is simply about finding out if you're a fit for this or not. If you are, we'll give you all the details, including the investment required to get started. And if not, we'll politely and respectfully let you know it's not a good fit. So in short, what I'm offering you here is the chance of a lifetime, a way for you to finally achieve your dreams of writing and producing your own music in your own genre, in your own personal energetic frequency that sounds exactly as you want it to, extremely professional and ready for a release without fear. This is not a marketing ploy. I'm only going to be awarding 10 positions to people who qualify on a first come, first served basis. Lastly, I'd just like to say this is truly a rare opportunity to become the artist and producer you've always dreamed of in 10 hours and throw away all fears and be guided in person by a multi-platinum selling artist and producer and mentor who loves you. And the way I see it, you've got 2 options here. First, you can forget everything I've told you today. You can go back to doing what you've always been doing and you'll get what you always get. And let's face it, if you were happy with your current dusty demos and you don't have the sound you searched for, you wouldn't be listening to this message right now. But if you are listening to this message, and that tells me you're ready for change. If that's true, then doing nothing makes 0 sense. You have to take action. Your second option is simple. You can bite the bullet and just accept that to create professional sounding music in the fastest time possible, it just makes complete logical sense to get a proven roadmap from someone who's already gotten to where you want to be many, many times over and avoid the heartache, losing money, frustration, time, missing opportunities by going it alone and simply hoping and praying you'll make it to the promised land. So if you're finally ready to begin your journey to create incredibly professional music of any genre in 10 hours you're in, then click the link below this video now, and I'll speak to you soon.
Never gonna get too far.